Per parlare questa volta di una realtà che è stata molto presente nei piani del museo, è stata molto presente Fabricademy. Ci parlerà di questa realtà Anastasia Pistofidou. Ciao Anastasia.
Ciao Paola.
Allora ci parlerai, sarà un'intervista molto divertente, sarà molto interessante. Invitiamo già a chi ci sta seguendo in live, può attivare i sottotitoli perché cercheremo un po' di comunicare con diverse lingue, ma tradurrò ovviamente le tue risposte. Dicevo, Fabricademy che è stata molto presente in questi 3 giorni di Maker Faire Sardinia con le attività laboratoriali, con i corsi che avete fatto al piano di sotto, però direi prima di tutto habla de las actividades en el mundo de la moda, en el mundo de las nuevas tecnologías de Fabricademy.
Parlaamos en italiano, en español.
Y en inglés también.
En inglés, en griego si quieres.
En griego
también.
sí, pero no lo sé. Puedes en inglés si quieres.
Because also Fabricademy is a project that is all over the world. And our conversation will also be with all the languages, so that's the nice thing. Fabricademy is a project that is about learning. It's a school that nobody has is higher or lower. It's a school where everybody is even. And we have students from 18-year-old to 65-year-old. So everybody can follow the program, professional, young people, older people, everyone. And it goes also in all the places all over the world, because it is combining online and offline learning. And we are very happy to be here in Maker Faire Sardinia this year, and to see also that the Maker Faire is not only what was the Maker Faire 10 years ago, because this is my 10th Maker Faire. So I started with the textiles in the Fab Lab in 2013, almost 10 years ago, 2012 in December. And now I'm very happy to see that we are all makers. So we see art, we see sculpture, we see the artisan, we see the geeks and with the robots, we see the cosplay, we see everything here in the Maker Faire. And this is something that we need to reflect after 10 years. It is, everybody is a maker. Even at home, you can do things. You always do things. So this is very nice event because it is opening not only to the 3D printing, not only to like mechatronics and robotic, but also to the fact that we can celebrate that we are all makers. And that's why I love this Maker Faire in Sardinia, which is not like all the other Maker Fairs that I have been.
It's better.
It's better. It's better, yes. And people are happier.
No, è molto bello il discorso che fa Anastasia perché è emblematico della loro presenza come Fabricademy alla Maker Faire Sardinia, ma è anche emblematico di come si sono evolute le Maker Faire in questi 10 anni. Parlava Anastasia, è da 10 anni che si occupano, che quantomeno lei si occupa dell'ambito del textile, delle loro lavorazioni innovative nel mondo della moda, dei tessuti, e lo vedremo anche con le immagini, ma ce ne parlerà anche meglio Anastasia. Come diceva lei, i corsi, le attività laboratoriali di Fabricademy, su cui nel nostro territorio è investito molto Sardegna Ricerche, sono attività accessibili a tutti, diceva lei, dai ragazzi agli adulti sino alle persone più anziane, perché la mia prima domanda era proprio quali sono las conocencias que tiene que tener las personas para hacer los cursos.
Okay, I will speak in English. Non parlo italiano. Cassi. No, però capisco un po'. So everyone can learn the skills that we teach. And it's very, very nice because we also talk a lot with the artisan with the craftsman. And we see how new technologies can renovate and innovate in the craft. So we talk about the digital craft. So for example, we have a technique which is very ancient from medieval ages, which is leather molding. Like for making scarpini, you know, for the shoes. This technique is not able to be mass produced. It's a technique that old only from grandfather to daughter to son. It goes with the years, and very little people now they know this technique. We rescue the technique with Fabricademy. We put the new aesthetics with the 3D modeling, with the parametric design, with the making the molds, the shape. And then we use this ancient technique to teach the students how to do leather molding. We have 2 brands that they sell now bags and accessories with this technique. And this is very successful because it is something that the mass production doesn't allow to go further, but it has been used since like all the armatura or the armature that they did before, and the helmet and everything they did with this technique in the past. And this is one example only for rescuing the craft and doing the digital craft. And here in Sardinia, it's full of craftsmanship. So imagine if you bring these technologies, how they can renovate in their own officio, no? In their own work. This is the nice part. Then after, you also help into the digital transformation, like to use more the techniques from the computer to the prototype, to be able to make a workflow so that it is easier not to lose time in the, in the processes, but also to be able to simulate in the computer and to see what you're going to make, and to make something that it can be customized, so that it's not only one product, but you can have variations. Because nowadays, also, us as if we are customer and we want to buy something, we want to say, no, I want it to be blue and thicker. And so how you can also make this easier for the designer to be able to customize the things.
Sì, il discorso di Anastasia si lega anche a quello che faceva prima sull'idea di maker, che non è più da intendere solo come un maker che si intende di meccatronica, oppure che si intende solamente di stampe 3D o solamente di robotica, come abbiamo visto, ma appunto in questa risposta ci ha mostrato come la loro idea di textile, di mondo della moda, è molto legata al recupero di tecniche che c'erano anche nel passato. Cambiano sicuramente i mezzi, cambiano gli strumenti, che vanno verso una facilitazione di questo mondo, di questo tipo di processi, e sicuramente c'è anche un discorso ecosostenibile. Perché non so se hablar in spagnolo o in inglese, però come diceva Anastasia, è il bello proprio di questo discorso di Fabricademy, che possiamo parlare in diverse lingue, però il discorso ecosostenibile è il discorso más importante de toda la fabricación que esiste.
Basically, Fabricademy became very, very known in the world wide network because we introduce the biomaterials, the bioplastics, and making your own materials. And these materials are respecting the nature, they are inspired by nature, they are biodegradable. Maybe sometimes they use waste, like garbage. So the sustainability is the core for the program. We have different zero waste design, circular design, the biofabrication. And the reason why it became very famous is because we put all of this knowledge on the web open source. So everyone can learn from us, and we can learn from our mistakes and learn and move forward. So many people, they start accessing our Wikipedia to find these recipes for making the biomaterials. And I think that this is why also everybody is like Fabricademy is a pool of knowledge where you can access it and tap on it and learn from the different experiments, you know.
Pero cuando hablas de biomateriales, ¿cuáles son los materiales que entiendes, que hablas?
So we have the bio leather, biocuero, like, you know, this, but not from animal, vegan. Here in Sardinia, you have this company, Lebiu, that is making the cork from the powder and the polvoro. And this one also is engineered material, no? So normally we use natural based materials. It can be, you know, either organic waste, it can be algae, it can be from the seaweed. So you have different, you can make leathers, but you can make also like wood, this kind of material. You can make everything. And this is a new field, which is also called like biodesign. And Fabricademy is a program that basically creates a new discipline, a new profession that intersects the digital fabrication, the 3D printing, the laser cutting, with the textiles, with the tessuto, like for the fashion or for the textiles for interior or for architecture, and with the biodesign. So with the sustainability, with inspiration from nature, and also maybe materials that they grow. We grow material, like the kombucha leather or my mushroom, mycelium leather. So you have very diverse professions, and when you put them together, you have Fabricademy.
Beh, è chiaro, perché Anastasia ha fatto anche l'esempio di una realtà che abbiamo imparato a conoscere attraverso il corner, cioè quella di Lebiu Design di Calangianus. Tutto effettivamente può essere utilizzato per un altro scopo, come nel caso di Lebiu li abbiamo imparati a conoscere. Anche il sughero, il materiale di scarto di sughero possono diventare giacche, possono diventare jeans, ed è in questo modo che operano Fabricademy e gli esperti di Fabricademy con davvero di tutto. Ci hai parlato di alghe, di piante di legno, anche di funghi, e abbiamo visto nella diretta di poco fa su Facebook persino delle piccole borse create da piante, da alghe. Ma mi chiedo si esos materiales son fuertes como los materiales que utilizamos ahora.
Of course. And for example, if you wear this t-shirt, maybe you wear it 2-3 years. So why should we use a material like polyester that lives 500 years? It's a wrong design. If you use a plastic bottle for drinking water, you will drink the water in 10 minutes, but the plastic will live 500 years. So why did we design this wrong? Because it's wrong by design. So we say you can use a material that live one day, or that you can throw in the compost and it can be fertilizer. And we try to invent this material.
Sì, gli esempi che fa Anastasia sono perfetti, perché dice giustamente, guardando anche addosso gli abiti che indossiamo, magari li indossiamo mediamente 2-3 anni, ma un poliestere vive fino a 500 anni, quindi non c'è questo bisogno di indossare realmente poliestere. Oppure una bottiglietta d'acqua naturale, beviamo l'acqua in 10 minuti, però intanto con la bottiglietta di plastica, la plastica può vivere fino a 500 anni. Però ti chiedo quindi, qual è la colpa del mundo de la moda hasta ahora, cioè ¿por qué no han decidido de cambiar?
Well, is bigger. It's so complex, and also the system is made like that unfortunately, for example, in the world of fashion, some 10, 15 years ago, we only have like 4 seasons, like only like two, spring, summer, and autumn, winter. We have 2, but now they have 7. So actually, technology is the problem.
Paradossalmente è proprio la tecnologia il problema.
Yes, because we became so efficient that we can do more and more and more and more. Now, what we teach in Fabricademy, and I think that the whole world is reflecting a lot of that, of course, after 2 years of pandemic and understanding how resources are very difficult. And you know this with the maker movement, with the Italian startup that made the casco, the breathing bottle, because there was no supply chain. So the maker movement was there, very present. And we see that we need to rethink a lot if our goal is only efficiency and lower cost. Because at the end, maybe we need to put different values, which is the well-being, the economy of caring, all of these things that doing together, learning together, like open mentality, open innovation, social innovation, open source. So I think the world is shifting, just that we are in a position that we came early, but the world is going there, and I'm very positive about that.
Sì, il discorso di Anastasia, come dicevamo prima, il paradosso è quello della tecnologia che in questo caso non aiuta il discorso sostenibile, perché con la tecnologia è diventato molto più facile produrre, parliamo del mondo della moda, produrre quindi abiti in serie, e diceva soprattutto se si seguono solo due binari, cioè quello dell'efficienza e quello di un costo sempre più basso. Invece il movimento, come propone Fabricademy, bisognerebbe seguire altre direttrici. E ti chiedo se questo argumento fue fácil tú transmitirlo a los estudiantes de Maker Faire Sardinia. ¿Cómo respondieron? ¿Cómo ha estado?
No, yo creo que aquí, I think that here you have a very nice community, because I think also the fact that you have also here in Maker Faire Sardinia people from all Italy that they came to the Maker Faire, which is very nice. And I also think that it doesn't only have this, like, as I said before, only the geek and the maker and the engineer, but also the artisan, the artist, the craft. So this mix, when you put these people together, there is only good things that will come out. And here we had a lot of people interested a lot in the biomaterials. So we think that in September that the Fabricademy will start, maybe we will also have the possibility to do some workshop here also in Sardinia for the sustainability package that we have in Fabricademy.
Pero cuando hablas de biomateriales, cuando lo haces en el workshop, ¿cuáles son los materiales, los tuyos, los favoritos? Por ejemplo, hemos visto muchas plantas. ¿Cuáles te gustan más a utilizarlos?
No, but every year I have a different favorite one. So this year,
Por ejemplo.
This year is like the seaweed, is the algae from the sea. But this is because every year we research into one material, we understand it completely, and then we document, and then we put to the world, and the world can move forward. So every year we have a different focus. This year, one of my students, she made she trained the mycelium, the fungi, the roots of the mushroom, to digest and decompose fibers. So she used the remediation or properties of the fungi to be able to discard the wasted fashion garments. So it's like very nice.
Pero hemos hablado de 10 years ago, but now your target from today to 10 years for Fabricademy to change the mindset in the fashion?
Yeah, so what we do a lot in Fabricademy is that we train the trainers. So we have a lot of teachers from the art school, from the fashion school, from the design school, that they get the Fabricademy training, and then after they can train the students. So education is very important, very, very important in all of these new processes and the new mindset and the mentality. Where Fabricademy will be in 10 years, I hope that we will be able to do a lot more this lab-to-lab, peer-to-peer, with all the different places of the world research. So be able to work more as a network.
Ecco, è da un po' che non traduco, ma confido che abbiate capito la risposta di Anastasia proprio su quello che può essere l'obiettivo di Fabricademy da qua a 10 anni, visto che abbiamo parlato invece di quello che sono diventati. Diceva è cambiare una certa concezione come? Con l'educazione, con l'attività che portano avanti, quindi l'obiettivo non può che essere quello di aumentare la mole di workshop, la mole di sensibilizzazione anche su questo tema, ma...
But also, excuse me, but also because when we do innovation, we need to feel that we are not alone and that there are other people also to help and to experiment together. So basically what we say is that alone you can go fast, together we can go further. So that's the idea, that we can change a little bit the mentality of the consumer to become more a producer, to be able to self-sustain and be self-sufficient and sustainable for the needs that each person has. And not to do it at the home or in the garage or in the like alone, but do it in a community space. So to learn from each other.
Sì, il discorso di Anastasia è proprio quello legato a ogni tipo di innovazione, quindi anche quella che propongono, il bisogno di non sentirsi soli, di creare una comunità e di darsi manforte, perché sicuramente senza una community forte è difficile anche cambiare un atteggiamento, cambiare una mentalità, ma it's easier to change the mindset of the customers, of the makers.
The problem is not to have customer and maker, is to make this hybrid that everybody is a maker. And the people have the power to make the things, to change the things, to understand what is the energy that is consumed to make a glass, a bottle, a plastic bottle, for example. Because if you understand what it takes to make, then maybe you will respect more. So at least to be conscious and to see how the things are made, it at least puts you in a position and say, okay, this is a lot of, you know, for making a t-shirt, how many people work for making one t-shirt? It's like a lot of people. This t-shirt is, we cannot treat it badly, you know? So, oops.
No, non c'è problema. Quindi sì, sostanzialmente si tratta di consapevolezza, avere consapevolezza di quello che c'è dietro ciò che indossiamo, di quelli che sono gli sforzi, di quello che è anche il consumo dietro quello che indossiamo e infine in the end, Anastasia, ti chiedo about your experience, your personal experience here, and when you return in Sardinia with Fabricademy.
Well, I had the all Sardinia Recerca and also the organizers of the Maker Faire. We had a very nice collaborations. Imagine that we are working together to come here and to make the program with the activities and the workshops since January. So it has been a very nice experience, and we are very, very happy. And we hope that we will be able to launch Fabricademy in Sardinia, at least some part of it in September. And for sure, we will come back before next summer. So it is saying we will see each other again.
Perfetto, ci rivedremo e ci rivedremo anche presto. Da quello che ci hai detto, grazie Anastasia Pistofidou di Fabricademy, anche perché questo era uno degli incontri inediti per il Maker Faire Sardinia. Abbiamo portato per la prima volta un discorso di questo tipo in Sardegna. Grazie Anastasia, e continueremo adesso con i vari corner, con le dirette dalla fiera, dai vari corridoi della fiera. Sono gli ultimi banchi, sono ormai le ultime ore, però i maker ci sono ancora, le persone stanno ancora arrivando, quindi ci rivediamo tra poco.